Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to Soulmates Twin Flames Tarot. This is a general love reading for the collective to see what's happening with you and your person of interest. We'll start this reading with some message cards and then move on to some tarot and oracle cards to try and give you guys a little peek into what is going on with your person. As always, this is a general reading for the collective. Not all of the reading or all of the messages that come through today will apply to everyone watching. So please just take in from this reading what resonates with you and your situation and release the rest to the universe. Things were going so great, but then I screwed up. So your person acknowledges that they probably dropped the ball here in this connection. And perhaps things were going great. And perhaps it was going so great for them that they felt that it was too good to be true. And so they self-sabotaged the connection, sabotaged the relationship by creating a fight, by creating an argument, and so allowing things to really fall apart between the two of you. But because things were going so great, and because they knew that this was the right connection for them, and they could really see a future here developing in front of them, for some of them, I do feel it created fear, and they knew that this was it for them. They knew that you were the one for them. And so rather than embrace the connection and move forward with you, they decided to screw it up. Let me make a big mess here and create a lot of drama in this relationship so that we can't move it forward. I do feel that that is the situation for many of you watching today. But this also tells us that there's an acknowledgement from your person, an awareness that they did mess it up. And perhaps they did it deliberately because of their fear, because of their unresolved issues, because of their wounds from past relationships or even from childhood. Because I do feel for many of you things were going great, and then all of a sudden, splat. Let's create chaos, confusion, drama. Let's end things because the fear was too great in your person. But them acknowledging it is actually a giant step forward because they're taking accountability. They're taking accountability and responsibility for screwing it up. You were the last person I should have hurt. Your person is doing a lot of self-reflection here, guys. They know they shouldn't have hurt you. They know that you didn't deserve that. They do know that your actions and behaviors were not something that should have caused them to hurt you, to create damage to your connection, to your relationship. And I do feel that for many of you, your person genuinely feels a sense of regret, remorse, and guilt for the behaviors and for their actions. They know that they didn't act right. They know that they screwed up. They're acknowledging this. And they do feel so very bad for hurting you. They know that you're the last person on earth they should have hurt. They know that this connection between the two of you is something unique and powerful and wonderful and special. And hurting you, I do feel as they have spent time in reflection and thinking about their behaviors and their actions and what happened between the two of you, it's hurt them now. They're hurting because they hurt you. But this is what they have to feel, and this is what they have to heal. I made so many mistakes. Again, your person is acknowledging the mistakes and errors that they made in this connection with you. They know that they should have done better. They know that they should have treated you better. They know that they should have treated you with respect and also been more communicative, expressing their emotions and expressing their feelings. But as they spend this time in evaluation and thinking about their behaviors, their actions, what they should have done differently, what they should have done better, this is exactly what they need to see so that when the two of you come together, you can have a much more solid, stable relationship with someone whose behaviors are more in alignment with yours when it comes to relationship behaviors. Every day I think of reaching out. Do you feel your person is thinking about communicating? They're thinking about reaching out. They're thinking about bridging the gap. Now, I feel that they're thinking about it, but they're not ready to take action. And they may not be ready to take action because they don't know how you're going to react, because they do recognize here that they have made a lot of mistakes and that they've hurt you. And yes, they also know they need to apologize, and you will get that apology from them. But also they're thinking about what can they say? What should they say? What's the right thing to say? All they have to do is say hello, open the lines of communication so that you guys can actually start conversing with one another. That would be helpful. But they feel they have to come up with something significant, perhaps profound, perhaps super apologetic, perhaps even witty for some of you. But I do feel that you're going to be getting some sort of communication from your person, explaining the mistakes that they made, why they did what they did, how they screwed things up, and really apologizing for hurting you, because there's so much regret and remorse here in these 3 cards that they want to make amends. They want to make things right. I'm heartbroken and lonely. I do feel your person feels very heartbroken. They recognize that they not only broke your heart, but their own as well. And they do feel lonely. I feel they don't really have anyone to talk to the way that they always talk to you. You gave them good advice. You listened to their problems. You helped them work through whatever their issues were, whether it was work stuff or financial stuff or family stuff. They feel so very alone. They're feeling very alone and in this place where they are looking at all of their mistakes. But you know what? This is what they need to feel and experience so that they can go through the changes that they need to give your relationship much more staying power moving forward, making them a better person, making them more mature emotionally, so that the two of you have a much more solid foundation where you're able to communicate and make compromises with one another and connect on the heart level and be emotionally vulnerable, emotionally expressive with one another, and also have this emotional transparency that just feels so very comfortable. They're working their way through these things so that they can get to that place, but feeling heartbroken and lonely, and perhaps for some of them, they're even going through a bit of a dark night of the soul here. This is what they have to go through. This is what they have to experience. These are the life lessons that they need right now to make them grow up. And they do need to grow up. So they stop making mistakes. So they stop screwing up. So they stop hurting you as much as they have. I'm not in a good place at all. Yeah, this is a theme here. I do feel your person is having a hard time. And I do feel, like I said, for some of you, I do feel your person is having a dark night experience. And when we go through a dark night experience, we've all been there. We've all gone through them. You know what it's like. You've probably been through it as well, especially in regard to this connection with your person. The only way that you can go when you're in a dark night experience truly is to go up, because you have to pull yourself up and out of that darkness and bring yourself back into the light, because it's what will make you whole again. And I do feel your person is doing this. They're having to look at their shadow. Perhaps they're having to do some shadow work and really look at the behaviors within themselves that are perhaps not the best behaviors. And for some people, that can be really hard. It's not an easy thing to do, to have to really look at yourself and realize that you have these perhaps low vibration behaviors that are not helpful to yourself, but also not helpful to the other people in your life as well, especially the person that you have feelings for, the person that you love. So this is about your person changing. I just find it interesting how these cards are coming out very much telling a story of what your person's going through. I love dreaming about you. I do feel you guys are connecting in 5D, and I do feel your person really enjoys the dreams that they have about you. But if you're connecting in 5D right now and you're having dreams about them as well, that reunion is also coming in this 3D world where we live. And they do have a lot of dreams of you. And if you're dreaming of them as well, guys, pay close attention to those dreams. Pay attention to what they say to you or what you feel from them. In dreams, they may not communicate through spoken word as we do here. It may be more through telepathy or feeling, especially in the 5D, because that's the spirit world and that's where we are in that spirit form. But your person is trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to those dreams. Write them down if you feel a need to, because you may get some insight into what's going on with your person in terms of when they're going to be ready to reunite with you. It is so intense between us. Your person knows that this connection with the two of you is something very strong, very powerful, and very intense. And I do feel that that could be why they screwed it up, because they knew that this was so great. They knew that this was such a special, intense, wonderful, happy, fulfilling connection that was here between you. But they still feel the intensity of this connection, just like you do. It's not like you're the only one that feels it, guys, okay? They feel it as well. They can't forget it. You're on their mind. You're on their mind because remember, they're doing a lot of self-reflection here and looking at this situation and realizing they should have done things better. They should have done things different. They want to reach out, but what can they say? They know, or they believe rather, they need to come up with something significant to express to you in that initial communication. They're not in a good place, but they are getting to the place where they're ready to communicate. And you know what, guys? They love dreaming about you because it makes them feel like you are right there next to them. And even through these dreams, they can feel this intense connection that's here between you. They feel it across time and space. You feel it. And if you're feeling it, they're feeling it as well. Because these kind of connections, they go both ways. It's not just one of you that feels the energy. Both of you feel the energy. It's just the way these connections work. Strength. Strength. This really talks about the strength of this connection that is here with you and your person. Your person also sees you as someone who is very strong, very wise, and who has a lot of inner courage. But this as well tells us that your person is finding their strength. They're finding their courage that they need to find within themselves to pull themselves up and out of this dark place, this bad place, this not so good place, and actually get to the place where they can reach out to you and communicate. This is the Magician. Wonderful. Again, more strength, more courage. But this also tells us, as well as this Strength card, your person does have such a very strong attraction to you, with this Magician card being here, especially next to the Strength card. The Magician also tells us that your person is manifesting within themselves, again, the strength, the courage, the power that they need to reach out and communicate, to try to bridge this gap that's here between you so that the two of you have this opportunity for a fresh start and new beginning with one another so that you can come into union with one another. That's what this Magician and Strength card side by side is really all about, guys. Let's see what else we get here. This is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is the card of reunion. It's the card of two people reuniting, coming back together into relationship with one another. It's also a card of your person feeling very nostalgic. They're thinking about what should be, what could be, what can be, what will be between the two of you. What do they have to do to get it to that place where the two of you can come into union? They're thinking about it. They're dreaming about it. But this Strength card and the Magician card tell us they're going to take action on it instead of just dreaming and daydreaming and thinking about it. Okay, guys? The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of taking trips down memory lane, reliving all of your experiences in their head. This is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of yearning. It's also about the emotional distance that's here between the two of you at the moment. But the Three of Wands really tells us your person is longing for you. They miss you. They feel this heartbreak. They feel this loneliness of not having you in their life right now. And it is making them crave you. It's making them want you even more. Obviously, they need to take action, and that will resolve their issues. But as these desires build within them, that is actually what will cause them to reach out, cause them to communicate, cause them to start putting this connection and this relationship that's here with you back together. This sense of longing and yearning. That is the very thing that will do it. This is judgment. This is about restoration, regeneration, and renewal. It is about, very much like that Six of Cups, something from the past representing itself in the present. It is about the two of you coming into reunion with one another. Let's see what else we get here for this collective reading, please. What needs to be revealed about this connection? This is the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles can be a card of financial holding on to money in a regular reading, but this is a relationship reading. So the Four of Pentacles is really about your person wanting to hold on to you. They want to hold you close to their heart. They don't want to let you go. They truly don't want you to move on until they're actually ready to start taking action on this connection, which the Strength card and Magician card tells us they will do. This Four of Pentacles is very much about them holding on to their memories, holding on to their thoughts of you, holding on to the dreams that they're having of you. And I do feel for many of your people, for many of your persons, it is helping them get through this dark night of the soul that perhaps many of them are going through, because it's what gives them light. It's what allows them to pull themselves up and out of that dark slump that they're in to get back into the light, which is where they need to be able to move this connection and move this relationship between the two of you forward. What else does the collective want to reveal, please, about this connection and what's happening for these connections? This is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of movement, but it's also a card of communication, two-way communication. So if you haven't heard from your person, if it's been a while since you've had any contact or communication from them, the Eight of Wands does tell us that they will reach out. They will try to bridge the gap that's here between the two of you and communicate. Now, the Eight of Wands is also a card of movement. So if things are stuck, which I do feel for the majority of you watching this reading, things have been stuck between you and your person in a place of disconnect, in a place of separation, in a place of ghosting or running, whatever your dynamic is with your person of interest. The Eight of Wands is about breaking that free. Not breaking free from your person or your person breaking free from you, but breaking that sense of stagnation or that sense of feeling stuck and getting things moving again. The Eight of Wands is all about momentum and things starting to move. And when they start to move, they will start to move pretty quick here, because this connection here between the two of you is very intense. And because of the intensity of that connection, it's going to want to move really quickly when things start to come back together. Now, the thing is, though, especially with this Four of Pentacles being here, it's important to not let it move too quickly. Now, your person may be trying to rush things along. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So it might be important for you guys watching the video, to set a little bit of a boundary with that, because if they move too quickly, and if they moved quickly in the beginning when the two of you first came together because of the intensity of this connection, we don't want the intensity of that connection again to cause them to become fearful or screw things up like they did here with this first card. So perhaps things need to be tempered a little bit. Don't let it go so quickly, although it's going to be hard for you to do that, because it's going to be so great and wonderful that they're communicating and wanting to spend time together and wanting to have this reunion with you. So you may need to sort of like tap the brakes a little bit, because the intensity of this connection is going to make things want to go really, really quickly here. heart chakra. This tells us your person's heart chakra is opening and opening to be in alignment with yours. And this card down here, it says that they're heartbroken and lonely. But as they work through their stuff and pull themselves up and out of this place that they're in and start embracing this connection and allowing their heart to open, it will heal that broken heart. It will heal your broken heart, and it will allow this heart chakra alignment between the two of you to come into a place of balance and harmony with one another so that you can be expressive of your feelings and your emotions with one another. Forgiveness. Do you feel your person is going to apologize to you? And that apology will be sincere. It will be authentic. It will be real. They will ask you to forgive them for all of their actions, for their behaviors, for not being honest, for not being truthful, for not expressing their emotions, for denying the connection, for running, for ghosting. Whatever their behavior has been, they will apologize to you in an authentic way. And you will have your own understanding of why they acted the way they did. And perhaps also for some of you as well, why they said what they said. Okay? The life lessons. I do feel your person is getting a good old heap of life lessons right now based on the cards that we are getting in this reading, guys. Especially because they're having to dig really deep and look at themselves and face the shadow of their own behaviors, the shadow of their own ego and personality. And that, as we said earlier, that is something that's really difficult to do because you're having to really look deep into the depths of who you are and recognize that you need to fix some stuff here and you need to be a more accountable, responsible person, not only to the person that you love, but to others in your life, but also to yourself. Your person's getting life lessons, and these life lessons I feel for your person are very important. It's actually the life lessons they need to get their heart chakra open, ask for your forgiveness, and get this connection between the two of you moving and grooving again. I'm done running. I need to fight my fears. Okay, and that actually really makes sense here with some of the cards, the message cards that we got at the beginning of this reading. Your person is facing their fears. They're addressing them. They're fighting them. They are slaying those fears and allowing love to replace those fears. Because here they're saying they're done running. They want to have this connection with you. They're trying to get to the place where they can find the courage and the strength they need to reach out and communicate. They're longing for you. They want a reunion. They're taking trips down memory lane. They're enjoying their dreams about you. And they want to hold on to you guys. They want to hold on. This is not someone who is going to keep running and running and running. This is someone who is going to come back and create this new beginning with you. There's too much love and emotion here and them building their own strength and courage to be able to repair this connection and repair this union between the two of you. I'm working my way back to you. Okay, this reading is telling us that your person is doing what they need to do to work their way back to you. They are addressing things within themselves that they need to heal, that they need to work on. They're addressing issues that have caused them to stay stuck for many years of their life, and not just stuck in terms of this connection and in this relationship with you, but also other areas of their life as well. They are learning the life lessons that they need. They're finding the strength, the courage, and the willpower that they need to be able to reach out and communicate, to get this connection and get this relationship between the two of you to the place of union. This is your reading for today, guys. We hope you were able to find some guidance and insight into your situation with your person. Thank you all so much for watching and allowing us to share your journey. And if you'd like some insight or guidance into your personal journey, there is a link with details below on how to get private readings with us. Also, we would like to ask if you would take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to everyone watching today. Have a great day, everyone.